do we have a, hold on, I have to respond to the recording in progress. 1 second on my machines. Okay. All right. Yeah, when we go into executive session, I can, let me just double, so you made me co-host, right? So let me just double check. I have my other screen, so just bear with me.
And Megan and Tamsin, we have you scheduled for 6. Is that, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
So I am able to put people in a waiting room. So we go into executive session, I can put people in.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay, and I'm gonna. Okay, so we have a short executive session just to approve minutes, and then we'll be right back, or you'll be right back.
Yep, we have to open though in an open meeting.
Yep.
So shall we call ourselves to order?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Rita, there you are.
Yep, I'm here.
Here's April. Wait, she's trying to get in.
Okay.
Here she is.
Hi, April.
Late to your last meeting.
We'll have to assign her a task.
That can be done in 24 hours.
All right. You're muted there, April. So hold on. We will unmute you. Oh, there you are. Okay. Can you hear us?
We can't hear you, April.
We can't hear you, April.
It doesn't say you're muted. Maybe it's your earphones not plugged into something correctly.
I'm just gonna mute for a second. I'm gonna unmute.
How's that?
Perfect.
That's perfect.
It worked?
Yeah.
I'll come
Okay.
into, I have warrants to sign. That's what I have to do.
Good.
Okay, you have to do it next 24 hours. So we'll call ourselves to order and review the agenda. Becky, I know that we have one Tim Logan for the recycling committee to do. Was there anything else not listed on the online agenda?
Yes. A couple unanticipated. Kristen is joining us because there's been a lot of dam activity that is concerning birthday parties being held on the dam and tents, a number of things that are concerning with small children. So there's some recommendations for some new signage at the dams to help them try to control it. And the second thing is some issues around Concom have led to, I'll be requesting the select board to approve a part-time temporary job description for a Concom clerk.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. So our first part of the agenda is to go into executive session. So, and to come into open session. So I'm gonna read this. We're gonna go into executive session for reason 2 to review minutes from the June 8th and June 17th and the 29th minutes held for contract negotiation with non-union personnel, specifically town administrator. So we're going to go into executive session and return to open session. Do I hear a motion to return to open session? Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Errol, I.
Stein, aye.
Make peace, O'Neill, aye. Those who are here, I'm going to put you in the waiting room and we'll pull you back out when we're done. Okay, so hold on one moment. Give me a second. The only one I wasn't able to put in is Megan.
Because I made her a co-host.
Co-host. Yeah, can you undo, oh, I can undo co-host, I believe. And then we'll make you a co-host again when you. Okay. Right. Becky, I can't do that. Can you undo her?
Yeah, probably because I did it. Withdraw
Oh, you did.
co-host permission, probably because I
Okay.
gave it.
All right, so I'm putting Megan, I'm putting you in there now. Okay, so those that I have are me, Becky, April, Linda, and Rita, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, yep, and your laptop.
And my laptop, yeah, me twice. And
So we've confirmed that waiting room is enabled, but we need, Becky, I need you to stop recording.
okay,
Continuing to set up effective emergency cooling shelters and warming shelters and overnight shelters, and having the infrastructure fully in place to do that.
Great. So here's a kind of a zoom in of the action plan of some sample of the action items. You can see here's the categories that Tamsin just talked about. Critical facilities and infrastructure, focusing on local plans and regulations. So for example, to address flooding, this action plan recommends doing an inventory of all of the town's culverts and bridges, or that your critical facilities and infrastructure are resilient in case there's flooding or dam failure. So what we've done is we've created a hazard mitigation plan. The draft is available on the Shutesbury's website. What we need to do, originally we were going to have this meeting, I think June 15th, a couple of weeks ago, but because there was the issue of whether meetings could be in person or virtual, we postponed that. So what we'll need to do is have a public comment period. Usually the public comment period is 1 week after the public meeting, but because that meeting was delayed, we're going to need to get the plan into MEMA by the close of business tomorrow. So the plan has been available on the website. We would love to have any comments by noon tomorrow to us. If you have any issues with the plan or any feedback, we'd love to hear that and we can incorporate it by noon tomorrow. If that is a real hardship and people can't provide any comments, that's fine. Just let us know and we can work with you and we can delay it if we have to. But the draft plan is on the website, but more importantly, the smaller section of the action plan itself is on the website separately. That's really what we want to get comments on because that's the meat of the plan. That's what the town's going to be using. That's the tool to implement the plan and how to make your town more resilient in the future. So if you don't want to read the whole plan, I totally understand, although it's great reading. But the action plan itself is the more important part. Once we do get all public comments incorporated into the draft plan, we will submit it to MEMA and FEMA for review and approval. Usually that process, it takes about 3 months to get feedback from them. And then once they have given the approval, we'll come back to you, the select board, for a final official adoption of the hazard mitigation plan. And then your plan will be official. I'm happy to take any questions or comments. Tamsin worked on the plan throughout the whole process and is very aware of what the content is. And I can also talk about hazard mitigation plans in general.
Yeah, if anyone has feedback now on the plan, if they've gotten a chance to take a look at it, we can take that now too.
I see there's one person with their hand up. I see Michael too. So I'll go to Mary Lou. And I just lost it. Hang on 1 second, Mary Lou. Okay, Mary Lou, where are you? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm right here. Mary Lou Conca. I live on Wendell Road in Shutesbury. I just have a question if, because you're talking about, I believe I heard you mentioning climate change. I just wonder if you could address how the elimination of forests and trees will be harmful to the environment.
That's Mary Lou, that's not quite what the hazard mitigation plan is. It does address some of those things in it, and the solutions are ongoing plans.
Right.
But
So
that question doesn't quite match the information or the plan that's being presented tonight, or the So
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. Might be a different place for that question.
Okay. Could either one of the women who are presenting address my question?
Weren't called on.
I'm sorry?
What was that, Becky?
No, I just, the second question, Melissa hadn't called on her.
Yeah, I don't believe Megan or Tamsin, you're able to answer that question in the capacity of the plan that we have in front of us. Correct?
Yeah,
Very
the
good.
plan doesn't address deforestation. Can see. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Lou. Michael, I saw your hand next, and then I see Ray.
Thanks. I had a question and then a comment, I guess. Who on the planning board was part of the development? Was Deacon part of it? Becky, do you know?
There were a number of people. I think you were at one of the early HMPs. You weren't there? Well,
I was just doing
the
the
whole
MVP.
planning board was invited. I'd have to go back and check who was at the meeting. I can't tell you.
Okay.
There were quite a few of us that were going through it with Tamsin and
Yeah.
FERCog.
Well, I guess my comment would be, I mean, obviously it sounds like it has to be at the state tomorrow. So that's a deadline that's real. You know, my original idea when I applied for MVP and included the funding for this was exactly to address, you know, hazards developing from climate change. So it's a good thing. I looked through my emails. The last update I got about anything was in April, which is obviously an earlier draft. So it's unfortunate not to have the time. I mean, I didn't go proactively on the website looking for it because I didn't know it was there. But I would just say from my personal sense and from the planning board perspective, what we've been wanting to do, at least with the municipal vulnerability preparedness, is to take the findings from that and probably from this and both do a review of zoning and planning, but also revisit the master plan, which hasn't been done in a long time. So it would have been nice to have a little bit of time to sort of compare the two, but I think going forward, that's what we want to do. We were going to do it this year, but we sort of put things on hold, assuming that would be flooded with the solar stuff. So when we get some bandwidth, it's on the priority, but I guess I look forward to seeing the final version and we can talk about it at the planning board.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Ray.
Sorry.
Thank you. My name is Ray DiDonato. I live on Locks Village Road in Wendell. I'm co-owner of, we're co-owners of the McAvoy Pond Dam along with the town of Wendell. So I think when this plan was done in 2015, the dam at that time was rated poor. And we took custody of it with the town in 2018. The primary reason for the poor rating was because of trees in proximity to the dam. So we did work with the town of Wendell, and a follow-up inspection showed that dam to be in fair condition. So I just wanted to note that on page 134 under DCR, it's rated in fair condition now. And we're still keep an eye on it and, you know, trying to hopefully do some work in the future too. So thank you.
We'll make that up.
Walter was great in letting us know the dam conditions across Ray. So he was instrumental in giving us information for this, which was helpful. He's on it.
Okay, yeah, it just, the report says it's in poor condition, but it should be, I think at least under dam safety criteria, it should be under fair. So, but I appreciate your work on it, and I have read the report. It's a very well done report. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Can you say again the name of the report that ranks it as fair?
It's a 2019, well, actually, see, a 2018 follow-up inspection and then 2019 dam inspection report. So I'm happy to send those to Tamsin if you'd like to have those.
I'd love that.
Okay, yep. Thank you.
Any other comments? All right. Okay, Thank you, Megan and Tamsin. We appreciate it.
All right,
Can I
thank you.
ask 2 quick questions while I have, still have a moment?
Mhm.
Crazy. You're sick, lady.
That's not very appropriate. I'd appreciate if you mute yourself, please. Thank you.
And maybe Becky, just tell me if this is better that we do this offline, but one of the requirements or one of the expectations of the plan is that we document attendees of the meeting, and we neglected to do that at the first meeting and maybe at the second. And I'm wondering if I sort of know who the usual suspects are, that we're at all the meetings. And I'm wondering if anyone has a memory of who is at the first meeting, because there were around 20 people.
I think I can get it off the recording.
Oh, great.
I will try to do that. And if not, we'll go to Linda Scott and see what she was able to put together.
Perfect. Thank you.
I would have tonight, but I believe Leslie would have the other meetings.
That's right.
That's right. She's just raising her hand.
Leslie's here too.
I have 5:20. I was not present for the second one in April. I totally, there was an extra one in April, correct? We didn't, the first, I'm just trying to look back here at my notes.
4/7 was the first meeting.
Yes, and I should have the participants there. But the second one, I was not present. And I do have the May 21. Becky Walter, April Rita, Melissa Tamsin, Kimberly, and myself. And then this has been only, the first one in June was not held, so the second one is tonight. And I have those names down except for 2591110.
Leslie, can I contact you tomorrow for that information? Just
At bracebridge.shutesbury@gmail.com.
okay, thank you. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you,
Does
everybody.
anybody know who 2591110 is?
It looks like they're trying to speak.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, this is Robert Seletsky. I use the phone to hear because my computer is not good enough for my damaged hearing. I'm
Thank you.
132591110. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, everybody. Appreciate your hard work on this plan.
Thank you.
Yes. And thanks to Kimberly too. Tamsin, this was a lot of work. We really appreciate
Yes,
all your endeavors.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Thank you, Paul.
yes,
You
thank
put in
you.
some long hours.
Yep.
Take care,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Melissa, I
Leslie,
can't
you're
hear you.
muted. You're muted, Melissa.
Look at that. I muted myself in that process. All right. So the question I was asking is, do we want to do the Concom part-time job description request? Or would we like to do the select board upcoming meetings?
Why don't we do the request first? I do see some Concom members.
Okay, we can do the request.
Okay, so what, you all know that Tessa's last day was a week ago, last Friday.
Yeah.
Conservation Commission is a board that had historically had the Concom clerk for much longer, and the role of the conservation clerk was much larger and takes up a large piece of the land use clerk. In going back and forth with emails with Miriam over the last few days. It's become apparent that it would be really helpful to bring in a temporary person to assist the Conservation Commission. Summertime is a very busy time. And would like to propose to the select board that they make a part-time temporary job description for a COMCOM clerk to assist them until someone is hired and begins to get trained.
Okay.
I propose that the position would be up to 6 hours a week. And the rate of pay would be, which is separate from the job description, but would go on the PAF, would be $25 an hour.
Okay. May I ask where you pulled the $25 an hour? I'm just.
It's very, the current land use clerk pay is between $18 and $21. Because this is temporary and part-time and the person has to jump in immediately fully versed, it seemed fair that it be a little higher rate. It's going to be for a short period of time, we are assuming. And it would be, the person I would recommend for the position is Penny Jakes.
Okay. Anyone have
I
any?
might just add that the town of Amherst recently advertised for a similar type of position at $25 an hour.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Go ahead, Rita.
Yeah, just related to that, is the current position benefited? Does
The
she get
current
benefited?
position is not benefited.
Is not benefited, okay,
Yeah, it's 14 to 19 hours a week.
okay.
And how long do we think this will go through? Just the summer, early fall?
Hopefully July. We're hoping in a month it should be enough time to bring someone on. But if it goes a couple of weeks longer, you know,
Actually, I meant the length of the person in there. Would there be a time where the position is no longer? Is there a set time? Is there a set time frame for the position?
until it's filled by a full-time and by a non-temporary person.
Okay, no, that's fine. I didn't know if there was an estimate time. Go ahead, Rita.
So what's the status? Is there an ad out for the
Yes,
person?
well, there has been an ad out and it was put in the MCOA, or I get the initials wrong. Linda,
Mass
Association of
MAPC, Mass Association for Conservation.
Commissions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when did that go in? Like how long ago?
10 days ago, there was an ad in the Gazette early in the month, I think around the 6th. And but so far I've only received 2 resumes. They were received kind of early, but nothing new has come in. So well, those will get reviewed hopefully this week or next week. I'm not sure. And we'll see what happens. But in case it doesn't pan out right away, I wanted to be sure that the support is there that is needed. And I think Miriam has spoken to this in her emails that it would be really helpful to have someone.
And Penny seems ideal. I mean, if she's willing to do this,
Yeah,
she certainly knows.
she knows the job and she also knows the commission, so it would be feet running on the ground.
Yeah.
Any comments from the Conservation Commission members who are here?
No. Miriam, go ahead.
Well, this is the first I've heard of this, so I haven't had time to think about it and what our needs are. What I had emailed Becky about was that there were 2 or 3 administrative tasks that revolve some time in town hall, like, you know, getting a butters list and sending out certified letters, which, given that we have only 3 commissioners, might be challenging for us to cover. And I was asking if there might be anybody in town hall who could assist us on some of those things. So we have pretty good handle on most of what needs to happen.
To answer directly, there is no one available in town hall to take on those tasks.
And Mary David has a
Mary?
comment too.
Yep.
Yes. Help would be greatly appreciated at this point in time. There's a lot of work being done and hard for us to keep up with it.
Thank you, Mary. Do I hear a motion?
I move to, so we would be appointing Penny for this.
If you would, that would help make sure she is in place right away.
So I move to appoint
Okay.
Penny.
One thing I think you need to approve the changes to the job description first. The change to 6 hours, part-time temporary, Concom clerk.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to change the job description to 6 hours and part-time temporary Concom clerk?
So moved.
And I will second.
Okay, so all in favor of those
Can we
amendments?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, all I would say is that I think, and maybe it's before the hiring, that we, if the Conservation Commission hasn't reviewed any of this, that I think we could move ahead, but maybe wait for our meeting next week to actually do the appointment, to see if there's any comments from the Conservation Commission.
Miriam?
All I can say is, I have a lot of respect for Penny. She's very knowledgeable, and have missed her quite a bit in her absence after resignation from the commission. But I would have liked an opportunity just to have a one-on-one conversation with her. Hope we can have that after the fact.
How, April, do you have feelings of?
No. Well, I was wondering, so are you saying, Miriam, that you would be okay with us making that appointment now?
Well, I don't feel like I should be making a recommendation because we haven't talked about it as a commission, though I think everybody shares my feelings about Penny. So I feel okay about it. I think we need to, we'll have to talk with Penny about how she's going to use that time.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll need to set up some times to meet with her and kind of divvy up what we're doing and what she can take over.
Okay, so should we go ahead? So would
There's one
waiting,
more-
Voting on the position first, yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I do see one more hand from Mary David. Let's take her comment first, then we can go with our.
I just wanted to support Penny too. She's worked with us, and I think she would be able to jump right in and help us with what we need to get done.
Okay.
Okay, let's vote on the position first, because it is the change. It's not the person, it's the position. So
Right.
let's all in favor of part-time, amending the job description to 6 hours and part-time temporary Concom clerk.
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Okay. And then now we go to the person part.
So
Are
I
we
will move,
feeling, okay,
so I will move to appoint Penny Jakes to the part-time temporary Concom clerk.
And I will second.
do we want to have further discussion at this point? And we can, okay. All right, all in favor of appointing Penny?
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Miriam and Mary David. Oh, there you are. Thank you for coming and giving us your comments. Okay, moving on to the select board upcoming meeting dates.
Okay,
And I just said, I saw this on the agenda and I keep track for my own schedule. I sent Becky a year's worth of select board meetings that I had been keeping track for my own schedule. But go ahead, Becky, you wanted to check on the next few, I think, right?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I was trying to forward your email, but I don't.
Forward my email? I can forward it.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Two minutes.
hi, Eric. April gets a pass on this one. But I just wanted to make sure the select board had a full year's worth of dates. So as you plan a new life where you can travel again, you can know what, you can more at a glance have a listing so that we can prepare and plan around times when different members of the board are not here. We do anticipate having remote meetings potentially through the summer. We'll have more discussion about that, but we also would need to prepare for hybrid in-person meetings, and we'll have more discussion about that, but it will be more difficult with hybrid meetings if we no longer are allowed to have a quorum, that as was the case last week when we had 2 select board members on the Cape. I hope you both got to see each other down there. But we just want to make sure that we can keep on schedule and prepare for larger meetings. And so I thought it would be helpful. We didn't get a full year's list out last year, and I want to make sure everybody has that information. And if you have any dates in the next, in July or August that you know of, or for next meeting, if you can have a list of dates to share so we can begin our planning.
And I just sent that list out to the select board. So Linda, you got it. And I know Becky, you have it again. But Eric, are you accessing the select board email yet?
No, but I guess I should be, or I should be getting those emails for sure.
I think we have to, it's more complicated than it should be. Michael probably knows more about it than anybody, but we do need to get that set up for you. And sometimes has it passed from one member to the other? I'm not sure.
Want me to answer?
Setting up the select board emails.
Yeah, no,
That'd be great if you would.
okay. It's not that hard. I think I did it when I was on select board. I think I did it for the web committee's behalf for select board, since I know how to do it. I can just check with the web committee, but I think officially, basically, Eric, I can add you on as of Thursday and take April off. It's, it's like a 10-minute process. So it's really not that big.
So I will get any emails that are addressed to selectboard at shutesbury.com.
Yeah. Basically,
Okay.
it's in Gmail. I just set it up so that April no longer gets it and you start getting forwarded. So you can go in both.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you'll have, and I guess one question I have, Eric, we can do in the interim, if you can talk to the web committee about getting your eric.stocker@shutesbury.org email address set up, because once you have that, I can forward to you and they can create it. There's only so many .orgs that were allowed for Shutesbury, but I think we're still okay. So
do you know who to contact there? Do you know a specific person?
Yeah,
Fred.
Fred.
Okay, I know Fred.
Fred does the emails.
Okay.
And then once that happens, you can just let me know and I'll hook it up for you guys.
Okay.
And Eric, I just forwarded it to the email address that I had for you.
Okay, thank you very much. So can I just, one point of clarification, when Becky's saying dates, you're talking about Tuesdays, or you're talking about any days we're gone, or what? What are you talking about?
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, okay.
The big ones.
Go ahead, Becky.
As you've noticed, we've made sure that April has had 4 meetings this month, maybe 5. But usually that's a special end of the year thing, not all of the time. So we'll try to keep to every other Tuesday, but it does change, and there are other times.
No, whatever it is what. But Tuesdays is, I'm just curious about, in terms of my planning, my life. outside of this wonderful town. I'm just trying to figure out what, what is Tuesday. I'll keep Tuesdays as a sacred day. I understand that.
Wonderful.
It's really every other day, every other Tuesday, Eric. So,
Right. That's what they say.
yeah, well, not so
I
much
don't
towards
believe
the
it.
end. Not so much towards the end of the year.
So Melissa,
Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
I just looked at the calendar and it said we have a meeting July 1st, which is Thursday. Am I?
No, that's not
No.
right.
Okay.
At least I haven't posted one, so.
No, I know. I
have
just
a
thought I
little-
saw July 1st, but maybe.
Is that the list from the accountant and it's really the following? I'm sorry, I haven't.
No, I'd have to look.
Yeah, our next one is the 6th.
Okay. All right, good. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's July 6th.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I put the first on my list? Oh, if you're looking at my list,
Yeah.
the first two are the title. It says July 1st.
Oh,
June.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
what it is.
I
You
apologize.
scared me.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's when this calendar starts.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Miriam, you have your hand up.
Before you adjourn, I just wanted to ask the select board when I might expect that you would be reviewing the ethics self-disclosure form that I submitted to the select board, just so I can plan for when I should come.
We'll have to look at our agenda, setting our next agendas. So Becky will definitely email you so you know to come.
Okay, thank you.
So we meet again on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Looks like Mary Lou has her hand up too.
Oh, Mary Lou, sorry.
Yes, thank you. I would like to offer apology. This misdirected comment a little bit earlier was not meant for anybody. We're sitting here with family and I was unmuted. So please accept my apology. Thank you.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
really
Mary.
am sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I sent you an email too, and just in case you didn't see my hand.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Okay. And I have lost my agenda. Hold on.
I think
I'll
the
go back
only thing left are the minutes.
Okay. And so I will have someone guide me through the dates on that because I have a feeling this computer's on its way.
Did the 17th get out today, Linda?
17th went out, but the 22nd in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have the 17th and we'll do the 22nd next meeting. Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Do I hear a motion for the minutes for the June 17th?
So moved. Approve the
Everybody-
minutes of June 17th.
Okay. Where did April go?
She's
Here,
there.
yeah,
Okay, there you are. I'm
we
sorry.
had a barking dog. Yes, and I'll second.
Any edits for Linda? Any typos that we see?
No.
I thought you captured that really well.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for beautiful minutes.
Yes, and I can continue to read your beautiful minutes.
You would like to?
I will.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the minutes of the 17th?
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace, O'Neill, aye. Okay, and you said the 22nd we'll do next meeting, and I think that was everything on the agenda, unless there's something has popped up in the last few minutes. Becky, do we need to handle?
You know, there was one thing.
Yep.
The American Rescue Grant application, Melissa signed for us yesterday. I apologize, it was on deadline. It's a form just saying that we will follow the laws about employee rights and civil rights when hiring employees. And then there was a terms and condition letter that Melissa signed saying, you know, we would abide by the terms and conditions of the American Rescue. And I will send that out right away. I don't know if you want to entertain a vote without seeing it. I apologize. It was last minute getting it all done. So
I know I haven't seen it, so
well, I didn't send
Rita,
it out, but you signed it.
yeah,
That-
well, yeah, that's what I meant. I physically saw it.
So let me send it over to the select board. I apologize for not doing this in the packet.
Let us know when you've sent it.
Okay. Okay. So we need to attach this.
Did it come?
Yes.
Mine's still refreshing, but I physically saw it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm refreshing again. There it is. Okay, got it. Right. So let me move to accept, to sign the assurances of compliance with civil rights, assurances of compliance with civil rights requirements.
Okay.
I will second that.
Okay. All in favor? Any further questions or discussion? No. All in favor?
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye. And then there's the second one, the U.S. Department of Treasury.
Right.
Coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds.
And basically, this is about the award terms and conditions, how we use the funds and costs, so forth,
Yeah.
right?
And that if we fail to meet the requirements, that we would owe the money back.
Okay, if we fail to meet this list of requirements.
Yeah, the terms and conditions.
Okay, their terms and conditions. Okay, I move that we approve the, what are we calling this? U.S. Department of Treasury, Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds, terms and conditions.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Any further discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Farrell, aye.
Stein, aye.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye.
Thank you very much. They
Okay.
have a wonderful website where they make it just, they give you the option not to accept any of these funds.
Really?
An approach they didn't take with the CARES Act. but it was. So they have now been accepted under those conditions.
Thank you, Becky, and keeping tabs on all of this stuff. Okay. I think that's it. Right?
Wow.
Are we ready to adjourn April's last meeting?
No, let's
Okay.
keep it going.
It's okay, April. We'll see you at the AC.
Even better, even better. So let me
Thank you,
move.
April, for your service, all the
Yes,
many years
thank
of your
you.
service.
It's been a
We're
long
gonna miss
time.
you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
it has
I'm
been a
gonna miss
long
you
time.
guys. This has been this has been fun. No,
Yeah.
this has been,
Yeah.
this has been awesome. This has been awesome. I
Well,
think,
come back anytime,
well,
any meeting.
I'm going to be on the personnel board, so I'll see you there. And sometime, and I'll come when I can.
Okay,
Come
But
for
thank you
fun.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you guys.
all right,
It's been
thanks.
9
you,
years.
April, very
9
much.
years.
Yeah,
9 years
long
is a
time.
long time.
Yeah,
Ay,
it
ay, ay.
is.
I was a kid. I was only 60. Now I'm 80. Well, how did that happen?
Well, they say serving office ages you, right?
Yes, it does. No, thank you. And thank you
Thanks.
to Becky and Linda for, this, I don't know how the board could move forward without what you do. And Melissa, you have just grown into the position of chair and blossomed. It's been really
thank you.
wonderful to watch
Thank
that
you, April.
happen.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And Eric is going to have so much fun.
Watch out, Eric.
Yeah.
So I'll move to adjourn.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll second.
One second.
I
All
have
right.
no, I have no comment.
And keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get used to saying that. No comment.
No comment. I like
All
that.
right. All in favor of adjourning?
Carol, aye.
Stein, I.
Makepeace O'Neill, aye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
I'll come by.
Thank you.
I'll bring my key
Thank you,
by
April.
tomorrow. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.